Now the size I'm going to be using is Control N, and then let's go to this side. Let's set it to pixels, and then the width, let's set it to 2000, and then the height, let's set it to 2000. Let's set the resolution to 300, and then let's click on create. Also, I want you to go to view, go to new guards layout, and then let's set it to 8 here, and then 8 here as well. You can leave this side at 30 each. Okay, click on OK. And this is the canvas that we have, and that's what we're going to be using for now. With this, let's start with the theme. I'm going to click on my text tool. This is it. I'm going to type over here, then I'm going to pick the details, special Sunday. Okay, I'm going to paste it there. Now I'm going here, I'm going to use the font called Against. Okay, also guys, I'll link it in the description, and then I'm going to make it bigger. I'm going to make it more bigger than this. I'm going to set the tracking here to 0. Great. And then I'm going to enlarge it more. Maybe I'm going to put it here, and then maybe also make sure it touches here, and then it touches here as well. Okay, just so it becomes really aligned, guys. All right, so with that done, what else can we do? I'm going to click here. I'm going to make sure it is left aligned as well, and then everything seems to be in place, guys. Also make sure this is italics, here is all bold, and then set it to color black. Okay, that is really important. Also, you want to come here to the leading, and you want to give the leading 61. Okay, you want to be that close to it. Then maybe I might push it down a little bit. So that is done. Okay, also I'm going to type there, and I'm going to pick service. Now I'm going to use a different font for this. I'll go to the, and then I'm going to choose let's say auto. Okay, so autograph. I'm going to pick this. That I'm also going to make it quite big. Let's make sure this one is off. Good. So something like this is good. Okay, click on your move tool, and then let's move it there. So this is what I'm trying to achieve. I just want that there should be space around it like that, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. Okay, so and I think I'm satisfied with this. Maybe I should put it here a little bit. Okay, all right. So guys, so this is what I did. I tried to keep it in the middle of it. Okay, so that's a very cool one. Now let's play with the colors a little bit. So this, we're going to use red, and for the red color I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to choose let's see, which red color can we pick. Let's just go there, then let's see, maybe you can pick this one. All right, so I feel like this is good. We're going to use this red color. Then I'm also going to double click it. I'm going to give it a little effect. I'm going to give it outer glow, if that's the outer glow. Good. I'm going to set here to screen, and then the opacity, let's just set the opacity to 100%, and then color white here, softer here. The spread, let's give it 8, and then the size, let's give it 9. Okay, leave everything like this and click on OK. And that way it stands out nicely. You can see the white over there, so that is also good. We can put it now in a group, and then we're going to call it what? Theme. Great. So now let's also move on to the image. Now I'm not going to work on the image right now because I want everything to be in place nicely. Then I'll know what to do with the image. Okay, so I'm not going to add any effects to the image right now. I'm going to leave it like this, and then I'm going to put it in a group, and I'm going to call it image. We're going to come back to this later on. The next thing also, guys, is we want to add some few details here. I'm going to paste it there, then I'm going to come and pick the date, and then I'm going to pick the font. The font I'm going to be picking is called Aptos. Okay, so it's a sans serif font. Let's increase it a bit more. Something like this is not bad. I'm going to move it here. So you can see it commences there. I'm going to move it there. Okay, so that's where the S also starts. Okay, so now when you do it like that, your work stands out, it becomes nicer, it becomes great. So I'm going to do it like that, but I also don't want everything to be bold here. Okay, so I'm going to apply a principle in graphic designing. All right, so I'm going to make this one let's say semi bold. This extra bold, let's make it semi bold. Great. And then also I'm going to be playing with the colors a little bit. For this one I'm going to use 7C2000 for that. Good. And then I'm going to set the oct here to color red. I'm going to pick the color red here. Great. All right, so that is good. Also I feel like the leading there is too much, so what are we going to do to it? Let's reduce it a little bit. I'm going to make it maybe 17. Let's see. Great. Then I'm going to duplicate it and then bring it down, and then for that I'm going to be picking the time and I'm going to paste it there. Okay, now for the time also we want to make sure it is how do we say it, it is well put. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do with the time. I'm going to set here to 23 because I want it to be a little bit bigger than what it usually is. And then I'm also going to select this one. I'm going to make it very small. Yeah, I feel like 15 is good. Maybe I should make it 17 here. Great. And then also I need to make sure there is the space there is taken care of. I'm going to make it 10. Great. And then I'm going to make it 7C200 for the color. 7C200, one more 0. Good. And then over here I'm going to make it, over here let's see, I might make it semi bold as well, just to make sure it also stands out. But then I want all these ones to be color red as well. Great. I feel like this is good, but then we need to emphasize the time. I like to emphasize some of the details there. It makes it dynamic, it makes it interesting. Okay, so I just don't leave it like that. Sometimes I feel like emphasizing it, and there are various ways to emphasize your text. Okay, I choose to use this one as well. Bring it down like that. Great. Put it in a group. I'm going to call it time. I'll put this in a group. I'm going to call it date. Okay, so now let's go to time. We're not done with time yet. Now this one is the the doodle. Double click on it and then let's go to color overlay. I want to give it a color. The color I'm going to give it is 9F5800. let's see, I think that is it. I'll click on OK. Now so far everything looks great. We also want to add in the venue, and with the venue I'm going to pick the text tool and I'm going to drag something like this. All right, so I'll go there and I'm going to pick these, then I'll paste it there. Okay, so what size should we give it? It's still there but it's very, very small, so let's just give it let's see size 12 for now. Let's see. Good. And then the leading, maybe let's give it also 11. I want it to be smaller than that. Okay, so I feel like this is great. We can work with this. Now we are still using Aptos, guys. Aptos. Yeah, here's color, here's black. Okay, all right. And then let's see, let's leave it like this. Let's make it italic still. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, then I'm going to make it color red. Great. And then what else can we do? These ones, I feel like making it color black, but I want to make it semi bold, or if possible bold. Okay. And then I also feel like maybe I should reduce it a bit. Good. Now I can pick my rectangular tool and then create something like that there. Awesome. Drag it underneath it, double click it and then make it color white. Now I'm going to set the opacity of it to 53. Okay, so that is nice. Control, and then we want to make sure that our text falls within that line. that is it. Okay, so with that also done, what else do I feel like we need to do? Let's put it in the group and then let's call it venue. I think we are almost done now. Everything is coming off nicely. Okay, let's add the name here and then let's work more on the image. So let's work first on this one. Good. Now I'm going to bolden the name here because I want the name rather to stand out, so I'm going to make it extra bold. Okay, and then just the past, I'm going to make it regular. Good. And then maybe I'm even going to make this color red just to make sure it stands out more. All right, so this looks great. Maybe this, let's make it 10. Yeah. And also we can come and pick our rectangular tool or our triangle tool and then just create some small rectangle there. And then let's go here, click here, let's set it to gray color. Okay, good. And then Ctrl T, you can resize it if we want to. All right, so I'm going to increase it. Good. We're going to push it here. Now guys, I don't want there to be stroke of the rectangle, so make sure your stroke is off. Okay, so this feels good. We're going to put it in a group. We're going to call it name. So we are done with almost all our details. Now I also feel like this name should really go in there so that everything needs to fall within this line. Okay, everything needs to fall within this line and then this line. This is graphic design, so already the composition looks nice. You can see from here it looks nice over here. Now we can throw in the background to enhance it, make it more interesting and make it more appealing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this, and the background, I'm basically going to do just a few stuff. I'll drag it underneath it. Okay, just a few stuff. Maybe I'll drag it down like that. Yes, something like this. And then I'm also going to bring this there, drag it there, counterclockwise. No, let's go back clockwise. Let's go back clockwise again. Good. So something like this. Then I'm going to make it bigger, and then something like that, if possible. Just drag it down like that. Make it smaller as well. Okay, so if possible also you just play with it. Okay, just play with it. Distort, I'm going to drag this one up. Okay, and also drag this one a little bit up. Good. Enter. So this is what we have. All right guys, so this is what we have. And what are we going to do? We're going to leave it like that. We're going to do nothing to it. Okay, but this is how it's going to be. Over here, I want you to click on the background here. Then I want you to come over here to your adjustment layers. Then I want you to come and pick vibrance. Okay, all right, vibrance. Now vibrance, you're not going to do anything apart from just this slider. Drag it all the way to 100%. Good. Now it affects the background colors. Good. The next thing is I want you to come and pick levels. Levels, you're going to pull just one strike, slider, just drag it all the way until you get maybe 76 or 77 or something like that. It makes the background very, very, very contrasty and very nice. Now with that done, you want to create a new layer. This is a new layer here. Pick your brush tool here, make sure your caps lock is off, and then I want to pick the brightest area of the background, which I feel like it's somewhere here. I'm going to pick it, then I'm going to paste it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I feel like now the background is really brightening. That's good. Now I'll come here to the blending modes and I'm going to set it to linear dodge. That is as simple as that. Okay, so linear dodge, we have that. And guys, also the ribbon is here. We are done with our background. So simple, right? So I'm going to call it BG. Also, you want to go on top of it, create a new layer, and still using the same color that we used. You want to click here and then set it to linear dodge. That is going to be our glow for the moment. I'm going to drag it somewhere here. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit. Okay, so it blends in there. Maybe even reduce it more. Increase the opacity. Good. Then I'm going to duplicate it and then drag it somewhere in here. This I'm going to increase it, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity as well. Okay, so that is it. That is it for that. I'm going to put it in a group and I'm going to call it glow. But then I feel like there was one more thing we have to work on, that is this opacity. I feel like it's too much. Yeah, this looks realistic now. We are done with our glow. Let's work on the image. Let's enhance the image and make the image more nicer. So I'm going to go back to the image here, convert it to a smart object. Then I'm going to go to filter. I'm going to go to camera raw filter. Alright, so that's where we are going to do all these edits. Now guys, pay attention to this. This is a new trendy way that people like to add this effect to their images. Personally, I don't like to do that for my clients, but there are some clients that prefer this. So let me not just blab too much. Let's go straight into it. I'm going to push the contrast all the way to somewhere here. Then the highlights, I'm going to drag it all the way here. Guys, pay attention to this. 100. Now you can see it's funny, right? But then do not stop there. The shadows, drag it all the way down. Great. Then the what's it called, the whites, drag it all the way up. Okay, so you can see it's coming. The black, drag the black all the way up. Good. The texture, drag it all the way here, and then the clarity, drag it all the way here. Good. So this is one of the ways that people the effects that people add to their images. You can do the same thing if you want to. Alright, so that is it with the image. Now guys, we need to add motion to it. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this one, I'm going to drag it there as well. I'll drag it somewhere here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter, I'll go to blur, then I'll go to motion blur, and then I'm going to set the angle to -24, and then I'm going to set the distance to 250, and then I'm going to click on OK. Alright, so this is good. Drag it all the way up. Let's call it motion. And what else can we do to it? Also guys, now that we're done with everything, let's just bring our contacts and then let's just close for the day. Alright, so I'm going to paste somewhere here. I'm going to paste the contact there. I'm going to go here, set it to color black. Okay, there are more things you can do with the contact. You're still using app tools, and then we want to set it to regular here. The font size, perhaps let's use 11 for it, and then over here at the tracking, we're going to use 600 for it. Okay, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to make it all caps, and then Control T, and then I'm going to Control T. Oh, let's close this one. Control T on it, right click it, and then counterclockwise. Then I'll click on my move tool and move it somewhere here. Control H, and then you want to make sure it is in the middle of the line there. Okay, so that is it for that. We're going to put it in the group. You're going to call it contact. Then we can bring in our logo now. Okay, where is our logo? This is our logo. We're going to drag it all the way in there. We're going to release it here. Then Control H. Alright, so that's the middle. Drag it somewhere there. Send it up a bit more. Put it in the group. Call it logo. Okay, and then we have to add some final touch to it. Control Alt Shift and then E to merge everything together. Right click it and convert it to a smart object. We're going to add another camera raw filter to it, just to tie everything together, guys, just to tie everything together. Okay, so for that one, I'm going to go to let's see, contrast, make it 20 something, 26 or something, and then let's now close it. Let's go to details, want to make it a little bit more sharpened, let's give it maybe 29 or something like that. This one will come a little bit, and then this one will also come a little bit. Okay, good. And then now we can go to where let's see. Okay, distort. Let's make it -11 will do, or -10 will do. Then let's come to effect, guys. This is where you're going to add a grain. You want to give it a lot of grain. You want to give it 54. Okay, and so once you give 54, it gives it that nice touch over there. You can see how beautiful it is. Alright guys, so this is how you create something like this. Resources is going to be in the description. The PSD file link is going to be there. You can get it on my site. And then guys, finally, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon. I love you all guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.